Hey everybody, how's it going? Sorry for my little break there, but my daughter was visiting and you know what? I think my key, nope, that's good. It looked like it was broken, didn't it? Very strange. Anyway, yeah, my daughter was visiting, so I took the opportunity to spend some time with her and be fully present. And yeah, so we had a good time. We went to the Godsmack concert, her and her brother and I, and had a blast there. And yeah, just overall spending time as a family. Since she started having kids, we've not really had an opportunity for the three of us to enjoy each other's company. So it was really nice to have that. And as per usual, you know, it was not all unicorns and rainbows, but you know what? We got through it, and we supported each other and acted as a family. And that's, you know, what more can you ask besides that? So thought I would do a reading for you today. I'm going to shuffle one more time. I got the new semester starting on Monday. My group therapy ended yesterday. It's a time of change, if you will. I know the astrology is pretty significant right now. I believe we're in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, if memory serves. And I don't know, there's something going on with Uranus too, but I have no idea what that is, so I'm not an astrologer. But go look up the astrology and see if that's affecting you. You know what, too? I have not been listening to the Daily Human Design Energy Report. But I suspect once the semester starts, you know, everything will go back to normal. You get that 3-week vacation vibe, right? And then you don't kind of let your schedule fall to the wayside. So hopefully that will change in the next few days. So let's get current energies for today. Current energies for today. Current energies. We got Page of Wands in reverse. Wow, guys, you saw me shuffle a million times, and this is kind of where it ended when I was reading the last reading. Although I think we got it in the upright. But Page of Wands, so it's adventure. So your adventures are coming to an end. That's what I feel like. You know what? I feel like this literally describes the end of the vacation, right? Back to normal, back to the grind, if you will. It is getting back to the old job, because in the upright it would mean a new job, right? Or a new adventure. So the adventures are not so new anymore. Maybe the new adventures have become, I don't want to say mundane, but they've become a habit now. So they don't have that shiny new toy syndrome. And that's okay, because something new will come up again. But we have to acclimate to this new before something else new can come in. And we've got the Seven of Wands. So this is kind of defensive posture, right? This is protecting yourself from, I see it as criticism. I don't know why I'm seeing criticism in this. Maybe because of the orange and the yellow. It's the lower two chakras. It's the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, which is like your drive, your identity, your self-confidence and everything. And you're defending that, right? You're defending your passions, if you will. And, or at least feeling like you need to. Now, this doesn't mean that you do need to. It just means that you feel like you need to. So that can be significant. When you've gone on a new adventure, and look at the color, what do you call it? The color contrast, not contrast, blending, right? It's a lot of those lower two chakras and a little bit of that root chakra in there. But when you build a new foundation for yourself, such as this, right? You may feel like you have to defend it to people. People will not always see you as the new you, or you with your new passions, or they might criticize that, or they might feel threatened by that, right? Because you're not the same person you used to be. They can't count on that. They can't manipulate that. They can't take advantage of that, right? So right away you become the bad guy, and you feel like, you know, you're having to defend that. So guys, when that happens, that is a reflection of them and not you. Okay, you stay dedicated to your own growth, stay dedicated to your own healing. If they are not dedicated to their own growth and their own healing, then they will constantly be attacking you for yours, right? They need to bring you down to their level. It is, what do they call that? Misery loves company, right? You do you, right? And that's something my daughter used to say to me all the time. I love that she said that. Mom, it doesn't matter what I think. You do you. do what makes you happy. And she's been the most supportive person in my healing journey, I would say, ever. Like she has a knack for being very non-judgmental. And I don't know where she got that because she didn't get it from me, but she has a knack for that. She's not perfect. She has her flaws like we all do, but you know, that was one thing that she gave me as a gift that I really, really appreciated. So yeah, this energy of this new adventure that's feeling like it is your life now, right? Maybe you took a sharp turn and now that's becoming familiar. It's becoming the norm, if you will, and feeling it like you need to defend that. So what are we defending? What do we have to defend? That was a lot of cards. I'm going to put them back. I did see the Five of Wands in there, so Five of Wands would be similar. Okay, we'll take those. Nine of Wands. So that is boundaries in my world. I see it as boundaries. I see it as, you know, he's been beat up and coming to an end, and he's still defending. I mean, look at this. Is very defensive energies, right? But instead of the attacks coming from the front, he's put those attacks behind him, right? He's over that defensiveness, and he is still standing strong with putting his boundaries in place, right? Like he's just like, bring it, you know, it doesn't matter, just bring it. I guess you could say it's courage, but I just think it's really strong boundaries. So setting those boundaries, and those boundaries would mean in your own mind, right? Feeling that defensiveness when you don't need to be defensive is violating your own boundaries, right? You do you, and don't apologize for it, and don't let anybody else tear you down for it. You've done the work, right? You have done the work, and it has been gut-wrenching work, and it has been difficult, and it has been, enlightening, and they have to do their work. You can't do it for them. Then we got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is legacy. This is, what do you call it? Generational wealth. But it's resources, right? So some people would say that like this is an inheritance, or you're missing out on an inheritance. I don't see it that way. I see it as you giving up the resources that your family always used in the past, which is actually really good because being the cycle breaker, you have to break the traditions of the family, right? And that is what we've been doing, right? We've been breaking those traditions, setting those boundaries that were never set for us before. This could mean that you walk a very lonely road. You know, I'm thinking of that song from Godsmack, I Stand Alone. When we do these things, guys, in our families, in the toxic family system, you typically will be ostracized. You will stand alone. You are the one that tells the truth. You are the one that doesn't let things slide. You are the one that doesn't say, oh, well, that's just the way she is and I'll accept it. No, it's not okay, right? If you do something offensive to someone and they get mad, it is not their fault for being mad. It's your fault, right? And when you constantly project that, and that's the family dynamic that you were raised in, and you stand up and say, no, I don't think so. Not today. I will not be the scapegoat today. I'm going to tell the truth. You will be standing alone, and you will have to, this is a very fast moving energy. And I see him as escaping that toxic family system. You know, it's I'm going to look it up. The Knight of Swords, fast thinking person, a soldier, a change in lifestyle. Your whole life is changing, right? You may need to travel outside of the family dynamic in order to find your tribe, right? You're leaving that behind. You're leaving the toxicity behind. And it is time for you to find your tribe. He's riding towards his tribe. And the sword, holding the sword up, his thoughts and his words are backing that up. Everything is very, very fast. It's very quick. I don't know how else to say that, but it happens really quickly. So when we do this kind of healing work, we feel like we're not getting anywhere. We haven't made any progress, right? And then one day you wake up and you realize how much progress you've made. And you have to give yourself credit for that, right? So if you do something that is, I don't know, maybe not so mentally, I don't know, healthy or whatever, maybe you had a tantrum or did something that you were, I don't know, did something dumb, I guess. And you recognized it and you saw it and you recovered from it and you addressed it and you kind of chewed the fat on it a little bit and whatnot. That's still progress, okay? Yes, it's immature, childish, whatever you want to call it, that happened, but recognizing it and recovering from it sooner is progress. Allow yourself to see the progress, right? Don't beat yourself up for the thing. Appreciate the fact that the thing didn't last as long as it used to. So that's what I'm trying to say with that. Let's see what we don't see coming. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. We don't always do that, but I kind of want to. So we don't see coming. Oh, a stalled new start. So this could mean that as you were about to exit, maybe you get sucked back into the cycle. Don't get sucked back into the cycle. They're going to try to suck you back in because you are easy to manipulate. You are easy to predict. You are easy to read when you are acting in the old energies. Don't let that happen. Don't let them pull you back in. You know, what's that saying? Just when I thought I was out, they suck you back in. Don't let that happen, guys, okay? Because people are going to try to keep you in the box that you have been in your whole life. Break out of the box and be the beautiful you that you are becoming, and the beautiful you that you are, and the beautiful you that you have always been, that you have repressed. All right, I'm going to leave the tarot portion there. We're going to get a soul truth card and see what advice we have to go with. Oh, that was a quick one. Okay, today's soul action. What am I grateful for right now? So guys, the attitude of gratitude, if you will, is the highest vibration we can be in. So being thankful for the lessons, being thankful for the hurts, being thankful for everything, right? Adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. So your soul action for today is the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful today. Notice the abundance growing within you. So yeah, guys, I mean, gratitude is where it's at, right? Be thankful. Be thankful that you're on this journey. Be thankful that you were put on this path to break these cycles for your entire family, both ascendants and descendants, right? Be grateful that you have had the strength and the courage to do this work, and be grateful that you were put through what you were put through in order to get here, okay? I know it's easy to do looking back, not so easy to do when you're in it. But if you can find that gratitude when you are in it, it will make all the difference in your attitude, in how you handle things, in your responses, everything. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We will talk in a short minute. Much love and light. Hey, guys. How's it going? It's been a minute, I guess, since I've done a reading. And this reading didn't have a lot of names and numbers and weird things happen, but it did have a few that I wanted to talk about. With the number 33. Reason we had 33. Why did we have 33? I can't remember. Oh, at the end of the reading, it said 3 things you're grateful for. And something else with 3. I will come back to that. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, and I wrote it down even. So at the beginning of the reading, I said the key, you know, my little key crystal looked broken. And what it was is it was a crystal that had the same properties, you know, color and so forth, that was next to it that made it appear broken, but it was not broken. So I feel like that was saying, like, with relationships, right? Because it was when I was talking about my daughter visiting and, you know, us acting as a family and whatnot. When, how do I want to say this? when we speak about our families being broken, they're not always broken, right? For new things to come about, you have to break out of the old things. Doesn't mean that they stay broken. It doesn't mean that they are broken for those that stay in the situations they're in. Broken is an opinion. That's what I want to say. It's an opinion. So I know a lot of people, like in therapy, like to say or have been told that they are broken, right? That you're broken because XYZ happened to you, so that broke you, right? Guys, we're not broken ever. We're people. We're humans. We make mistakes. We're not perfect, but we are never broken. We're just not. That is something that we're told, that we're conditioned to believe. So broken is an opinion. Then I talked about getting back to normal, vacations being over, and so forth. So I hate using the word normal, because it is a perspective. Again, with the like broken is, right? Back to our regularly scheduled programs, if you will. So we've spent some time energetically, even not just me with the break in the semester, but there's been a vacation from this work. There's been a vacation from the grind, right? And that's coming to an end, and that could be astrologically playing into it. Uranus is the planet of doing things different, or surprises, if you will. So when those surprises become everyday occurrences, maybe, I don't know how to say it without using this stupid word normal, but when the abnormal becomes normal to you, that's kind of the energy that we're in, right? So things are just kind of getting back to normal. I'm just going to say it, just back to normal. We talked a lot about the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So those two chakras specifically jumped out today with the color scheme of the cards. And so maybe get some Reiki. You can say some affirmations for those two chakras. For solar plexus, my will and divine will are one. I am connected to the abundant flow of the universe, and I easily manifest my dreams. And yes, I'm reading off one of my one of my things that I have in my room. The sacral chakra, I love all dimensions of myself. I delight in weaving the creative tapestry that is my life. So there you go. Use those two affirmations. My dog, Dakota wanted to come in. And then for the root chakra, we mentioned it quickly, but I'm connected with the energy of Mother Earth. My mind and spirit and body are grounded, centered, and pure. So some affirmations for you there. I said the words two people, like you don't have to defend yourself, two people. And I set down the two cards at the same time. So I feel like 22 was the thing in there, maybe real quick. It was kind of interesting when I was rewatching the video. Then we talked a lot about boundaries. And I moved the cards when I went to set them down. I was going to set them down to the right, and I moved them to the left, and I placed a jasper crystal on them. Protect yourself with your boundaries, guys. You have to teach people how to treat you. If you are constantly explaining yourself, then you're inviting them to question you. If you are constantly apologizing, then you are inviting them to blame you. If you are constantly blaming other people, then you're inviting self-awareness, really. So think about your own personal boundaries that you might or might not be violating yourself, right? You can expect people to honor your boundaries if you're not honoring them. If you say, my boundary is blah, blah, blah. And, okay, let me give you an example. So let's say you take tomorrow, Saturday, you're like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to have a self-care day, blah, blah, blah. It's all about me. And then somebody calls you and says, I need your help, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And it's not like life and death, okay? There's other people that could help them, and you agree to do it anyway. You have just violated your own boundaries, and you've taught that person, it doesn't matter what you say, as long as I ask, you'll be there. maybe a bad example, but still, I mean, that's kind of the idea. And then the entire reading, once I got the Knight of Swords, the Soul card even fell quickly. Everything's quick. So it might feel like, you know, when you're on vacation, time actually goes quicker. If you think about it, like these 3 weeks have flown by for me. And, you know, time is perspective. You know, there was a saying by Sadhguru, time is different depending on what side of the bathroom door you're standing, which I thought was funny. But anyway, you know, things that move quickly are generally, I don't know, enjoyable, right? Because you're in the flow. You're going with the flow. When time stands still, think about when you used to be in school and you'd watch the clock and it would take like forever for the 1 minute to go, for that bell to ring, for you to go to your next class. So, you know, when things are moving quickly, think about, are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? Like, kind of vibe with the patterns of how quickly and slowly time moves for you. And that will kind of give you a clue. If you're one of those people like, I don't know what I want, I don't know what I like, pay attention to the time. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. We will talk again very soon. Much love and light.